What is going on, fam? Yeah, we skipped the intro today. We did. And I like testing new things, guys. And again, I keep getting hit by several of you telling me, "Hey, bro, why don't you go live, man? Like in between the weeks, so we could talk about dogs." And man, it's only fair. Let's get a little music going here, man, because it's kind of dead. There we go. So yeah, um, I decided to go ahead and come on and let's just talk dogs, man. Hey, quick town doggos, man. Not below, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for becoming a member. Let me go ahead and
Pues claro que sí, cabrón.
there you go, man. We do
Pues claro que
this.
sí, cabrón.
It started out as an impromptu live on Thursdays, and I don't know, man. I actually got somebody telling me, "Hey, bro, um, why don't you do it every Thursday, like in between the week, man? Like, let us hit you up for some questions and let's just talk dogs, man. What's up, QBN Felipe Hernandez Rondon? Quiptown Dogs, what's going on, man? We got Inzerata in the house like always. Maurice Humboldt, what's going on? Quiptown already gave you some love. Samantha Gordy, we're here. Let's go, QBN and family. Late night knowledge. Wow. Where are you located at? Do me a favor. Give me a state, a country, or even a city where you're located, man. Reyes Kennel, what's up? Hey, what's up, Reyes? Number love. Love what I'm seeing out your boy, man. Love what I'm seeing out your boy. In fact, right now I'm reviewing upcoming breedings. And the one thing that I'm considering, sort of kind of like that female that we took Fireball to in your camp. I like the results that came out of that. So, nothing, man. I've been looking at your boy, and it's exciting, man. Big Beach Bullies, Cuba, what's going on? Que vola? Adam Fields, good evening, Bully fam. What's going on? Jeremiah, wow, I finally got the notification. What's up? Man, do me a favor, Jeremiah. Let me know where you got the notification from. Was it through YouTube or was it through the app? Let me know. Terrence Grigsby, late night knowledge with the QBN family. Let's go. Late night. You're like the third person now that's written late night knowledge. I might just have to change the name of the live from Let's Talk Dogs to Late Night Knowledge, man. Goliath, what's going on? Raul, what's up, brother? Hey, man. Doing our thing, man. Christopher Holiday, Mississippi. All right, we got Mississippi, Wisconsin in the house. Been a member for a year and a half. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened either, brother. Detroit is here. Black Bottom Bullies. All right, man. Florida, Felipe Hernandez Rondon. Jade Isaacs, what's up, Raul? Any tips with a dog that has soft, bloody black stool? Yes. Black stool. Black poop, right? When it's black, what it means is the dog has had internal bleeding, okay, in the digestive tract, somewhere in there. My recommendation, Justin, is don't waste any time, man. A situation like that, I would take my dog to the vet. Yeah, don't play around with that one. Second City Bullies, what's up, fam? Chicago Burbs. I like that. Ohio, Derek Hall, Goliath. Love your new videos with the puppies, man. I appreciate you, Goliath. Thank you. Terrence Grigsby. Hey, Raul, fun fact. Samantha Gorey is actually my girlfriend. Hey, that's pretty awesome, man. Thanks for both of you tuning in. Caleb Weddle, what's up, Raul? Watching from Alabama. Caleb, what's going on, bro? Number love for you, man. If you guys don't know, Caleb goes live every Tuesday on Facebook. Caleb, if you want to hop on and let people know when you come live, hey, go for it, bro. Jeremiah, this is time both on the app and through YouTube. Yeah, man, YouTube's been playing games with us a little bit, man. It's just comes with the territory, bro. And we do our thing, and we just let people decide whether they want to come on and watch us or not. Because sometimes, here's the deal. YouTube lets us know what's the percentage of people that they notified. There's been times that it's told me 100%, and I've got like 20 of you telling me you never got the notification. So I don't know. I'm watching you on YouTube and YouTube. Okay, good deal. Notifications came from your app, QuickTime Dogos. All right, good deal. Yeah, I did that. I'm the one that sends the notification through the app, so I had to do it, man. App notification was first for me, Adam Fields. Let me know, guys. Tell you what, I know you got the app notification because I sent that out. Let me know if you got a YouTube notification. I'm really interested in that, man. Taquan Prater, notification came from the app. Okay, good deal. California love here. Man, I need to ask you guys something because you ain't going to believe this. But I literally was up all night doing this next video we're about to drop. And man, do I think you guys are going to like it? I do, because it talks about business models. It talks about money. It talks about if you do it with all females, if you do it with males and females, if you only stud a male, like what are your real life profit projections, if you will. I pretty much spoke with 3 people that I constantly consult with. They're pretty well established kennels at this point. They've been in this now for about 5 to 6 years, right about now. And I asked them, I said, can I use your real life numbers that we've been talking about for the last 5, 6 years? And, you know, I'm not going to use your name, and, you know, I'll change the person and that, you know, even the locations and whatnot. And they agreed to it. So I think you guys are going to like that, man. West Laco, Texas. All right. There you go. All right. Adam Fields, what's up? Kayla Weddle. We got a message from the app. What's better, correct the flaws in your female doing an outcross to a good stud or doing a line breeding grandpa? That's also good. All right. So here's the thing, guys. One of the first things that you got to do as a breeder is take your blinders off, right? And be able to objectively, right, critique your own pup. I have said this 100 million times. If you don't find a fault in your pup, there's a problem. There's no such thing as a perfect pup. So in order for me to answer this, let me say this. When you're critiquing your pup, right? Here, let me, here you go. We'll use this. All right. So when you're critiquing your pup and you're looking at it and whatnot, and you find a fault, right? The next thing that is very important for you to find is, where did that fault come from, right? And each particular scenario is completely different. What I suggest is that you're able to look back on the pedigrees, right? You know, let me just give you an example. Mom had a slight high rear, and she comes from very tight line bred and even inbred. And the dad that she went into was an outcross, and the puppy you got's got a slight high rear. Okay, so now you're able to identify, okay, slight high rear came from mom. Now let's look at that lineage. Let's look at that pedigree so we could realize how intense and how tight, right, this has been done. Now, definitely go ahead and get genetic testing. This way, you're able to see your dog's or your puppy's COI. COI is coefficient of inbreeding, guys. It lets you know how inbred your puppy is. It lets you know how many, or a percentage of how many homozygotic pairs you've got. The higher homozygotic pairs you got with a particular fault, the harder it is to be able to fix it. That's what that comes down to. That's the correlation. Okay. So definitely good question, man. Hugo Garcia, Raúl, saludos in New York. All right. I got the YouTube notification. Good deal, man. App, then YT, then Facebook was third. Oh, okay. So Facebook's sending them out as well. That's good to know. Can't wait for that video. Absolutely, bro. I think you guys are going to be, for those of you that are serious about breeding, and you don't even have to be a breeder to like a video like this. You could actually be a consumer and learn the behind the scenes, the actual evolution of a breeder, right? The financial evolution of a breeder. Why is that? Why is it that if you're a consumer, you would want to know this? This is why. Because if you're able to identify where the breeder is in his evolution, as far as financial evolution, then you're able to leverage when it comes to negotiations. You have a guy out here that's never, he's got a male and a female. He's never bred them. He bred them. They came from a big kennel out there west that everybody knows about. And they're trying to charge the same price as them over there. And, you've been seeing them posting pups at 10 weeks, at 12 weeks. Well, it's now 14 weeks and the pups haven't sold. They still have it on hand. So that tells you a couple of things. It tells you, first of all, this breeder is brand chasing, right? Because they went after this big name. They didn't sit here, market or nothing. We're just going to write the marketing coattail. And now when it's time to sell, you already know this dude had to pay top dollar for that male and female he got from that big kennel, who at minimum is selling dogs at no less than $7,500. And now he's got his water up to his nose with puppies at 14 weeks. And he's asking for $7,500 for the pup. If you start learning these things, then you pick up the phone, you give him a call, and you say, "Hey, man, I know you're asking $7,500, but I got $3,000 cash." I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, just simple things. Because a lot of people here, unfortunately, have never had assets, have never negotiated for an asset, have never negotiated to sell or buy an asset, and therefore, you jump in the ring with somebody that's been breeding for 7 years. The minute you call me, or even the way you text me and the questions as you're asking, I already know what your intentions are. Am I going to be right 100% of the time? No, probably somewhere around 80%. All right. But what ends up happening is, as a breeder, you don't want to sit there and just let somebody just waste your time. Oh, can I get a picture? Can I get another? No, bro. Listen, if you're interested in my dog, if you're truly interested in my brand, like you say, you've been watching my videos and you're all over us on social media, then you should have already seen videos of the pup's mom and dad and downloaded QBN app and all that on your own, because that's what my social media is throwing out there. So when you call me up and you're trying to butter the toast, and you're like, "Oh, yeah, I watch all your videos, but I have a quick question." No, bro, that's going to cost you money. You went and bought a dog from someplace else, and you want me to give you a piece of my expertise? Why don't you buy from us? Okay, that's fine. Your option was to buy over there. Go ask over there. Let them be the ones to give you the answer. Oh, they don't pick up the phone, do they? I see. You should have thought about that when you bought your pup. See what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. All these breeders out here, they're all going to tell you what you want to hear, and they're going to butter your toast instead of you buttering theirs, because they've never had an asset. They don't know the value of their dogs, and they can't even believe that they're able to sell a puppy for $3,000. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Insaratha, that sounds good. Does New Joint Plus help with knuckling over? Rashid, I want to say yes, and somebody that would be indiscriminate and would just want to sell you something will say, "Oh, yeah, absolutely." But let me just tell you, the cause of knuckling over, more times than not, I'm going to say somewhere up in the 90%, is because you're feeding that puppy too much protein. Yes, bro. These bags out here of kibble, they know that you, as a little consumer, you've been programmed, right, that higher protein is better. That's how you lose weight and you make muscle and this and that. So you're out here stuffing a pup with 30% protein. Bro, fastest way to clear knuckling over, I'm going to tell you how to do it. Reduce protein to 13%. Give it about 3 weeks. Then text me. Tell me how it went. I guarantee you, not 100%, I guarantee you 200%, it's going to clear. Okay? Knuckling over happens because of too much protein, and too much protein weakens the soft tissue. What's the soft tissue? Ligaments. Ligaments what they do is they're the ones that actually put together bone to bone. They hold bone to bone together, right? Tendons, muscle to bone, right? Cartilage, keeps bones from having friction amongst each other. That's what keeps it together. But when you're feeding a puppy too much protein, it actually weakens that. And then you walk into knuckling over, weak pasterns, east-west, puppies walking around like Charlie Chaplin. Shit. But I didn't see that 2 weeks ago. Yeah, bro, because you just got the puppy 2 weeks ago, and guess what? You've been feeding them 30% protein. That's where it's at, man. Reyes, I like hearing about the business side of things. Always interested to me. Really, what's interesting to you, Reyes? Talk to me. What's interesting to you? I know you're breeding. I studied your female. It was either about 1.5 years or 2 years ago now, somewhere like that. Let me know how long you've been breeding. I want to have this conversation with you because it's going to give me some insight, and maybe I could add more things to that video because we just did the recording yesterday and the first rough edit. Now we're starting to get in there and put a lot of good stuff in there. But if you happen to bring something up, I still have time to be able to record maybe a 20-30 second segment and give more insight. Adam Fields says, Rashid, it definitely can also decrease protein percentage. That's it. Decrease protein percentage. Now, Rashid, listen up. The reason that I talk about Nuvet and knee joint is because this gives you minerals that this doesn't bring, and this helps you absorb more of this, right? And this is going to protect your dog's soft tissues, ligaments, cartilage, tendons. So if your dog is knuckling over, now you have a situation where you have weak soft tissue, tendons, cartilage, ligaments, right? Because you're feeding too much protein. You're going to correct that. And in 3 weeks, you're going to notice the puppy's no longer knuckling over, right? But there may still be some other factors where the soft tissue is still slow to be able to get to that point where it's nice and strong. So Nuvet knee joint is only going to support that, man. I mean, we have sat here and we have shown the improvement of Nuvet knee joint over and over again. Whether it was this picture, wow, it's been a year. Can you believe this, guys? For those of you that have been following us for that long, this picture is now a year old, and that's very impressive. Yeah, and not just that. I'm gonna tell you right now, Nuvet works fast. Usually around 2 weeks, like that showing. And over here, you can see my boy Fireball at 20 weeks. He started developing east-west. Right? I went ahead and started adding supplements on my own. I didn't know that I was adding the stuff that's already inside of Nuvet. Okay. But my amounts were a little bit off. But even though it was a little bit off, look at the corrections. And if you look at Fireball right now where it says present, look at how wide Fireball got. Okay. Considering where he was at before. Now, guys, I will say this. This is our order code, 513237. You can't buy the stuff in stores. And if you go online and you're like, screw all, I don't want to give them credit, you can't buy unless you have an ordering code to begin with. So if you get the ordering code and if you buy Nuvet and knee joint, right, and you hit auto ship, automatically you're going to be entered to an end of year raffle. All right. So that's a benefit you get for using my code. All right, man, let's get back to these questions. I like the questions. I like being challenged, man. I like being challenged. It's important for me. Jeremiah, California love here. Oh, I think you're going to like this next video, Jeremiah, because one of the people that we're using in the video is actually out in Cali, man. So it's pretty interesting. Okay, we already answered that. That sounds good. Can't wait for that video. Yeah, knuckling over Rashid and sweet potato Rashid. Yes. You see, Rashid, these guys have been following me and they kind of know sweet potato, rice, or just potato. So what you do, Rashid, right off the bat, let's just say for the sake of argument, you fill up this bottle of kibble, and that's what you pour on your dog's food every single day. So what I want you to do, Rashid, in order to reduce the protein, for all intents and purposes, Rashid, let's say you're feeding Victor puppy food, teal bag. Shame on you, but that's what you're feeding. And we all know that the bag states it has 30% protein. So how do you bring it down to 13%? In fact, how do you bring it down to 15%? Well, we know 15 is half of 30. So what I want you to do is I want you to half the food, the kibble, right? Only up to here. I know you used to go all the way up to there, but I want you to only go up to here. And then between here and here, I want you to fill it up with rice, sweet potatoes, or potatoes. And you have just halved the protein that your puppy's intaking, my friend. It's that simple. And for the 13%, just go a little bit lower. It's that simple. Yeah, we definitely have videos on this. Sinetsaw Kennel in the building. Sinetsaw, I've been seeing you a lot, man. Thank you for the comments and the shares and the likes. Appreciate it. I got the YouTube and a notification. Excellent. Rashid, thanks, fellas. I know he's mentioned vitamin C and sweet potatoes, even rice. Just jumped on live when I was looking for the video. Ha. Good stuff, man. It's all good. Emilio Garcia, good evening, Bully fam. Thank you, Emilio. Thanks for stopping by. Ty De Leon, or Delon, my bad. What up? Do people question anyone in the chat use QBN powder or tabs? I'm thinking about buying. Okay, so I figure you're talking about the tablets that come with Nuvet and NuJoint Plus. So tell you what I'm going to do. If you guys, all right, I don't want to respond to him. You guys that have actually, like Adam Fields and all you other guys that actually use Nuvet, can you let Ty DeLone know if it's actually worth it? And if he should actually listen to what I'm saying and get both Nuvet and NuJoint, right? And get, do the auto ship so you get an additional 13% off. All right. So please, I'm going to let you guys answer that, not me. Let me see. Man. Let's reporting live from second shift, man. Big Springs, appreciate the loyalty, man. Caleb Weddle, 100% all very true, man. Guys, I'm telling you right now, this gentleman right here, Caleb Weddle, man, I really like what he's got going on. I like his breeding program. I also like his lives every Tuesday. I'm not able to make it all the time, Caleb. I'm going to tell you right now. Last couple of lives, I've actually had to be somewhere. And so I haven't been able to make it. But the times that I do make it and I do participate, man, I truly enjoy it. And I think that you and everybody in there is just simply amazing. And I've had you on my show before, and people could actually feed themselves a little bit more information off of your live as well, bro. Terrence says, good evening, Bully family. What's up, man? Facts, Raul, Mike Hennigan, Stuart Flagg, Ricketts. Okay, appreciate it. You got it, man. Caleb says, knuckling is a lot of time the owner whelper's fault. Yeah, when you're feeding too much protein, I couldn't agree more. Free information, fam. That's what we do. Does knuckling over only apply in puppies? Man, Jeremiah, bro, that's a good question. I have never seen knuckling over on an adult, but you also need to comprehend, right? The first litter I ever had, I was feeding puppy Victor Victor Tealbag. All right, 30% protein. It was. I had two puppies that were knuckling over, and I didn't know why. And you start contacting other breeders, and all they want to do is sell you a pup. Oh, that puppy is just trash. I get rid of that, and I buy this puppy right here I got sitting next to me. So, I mean, at least at the time, the culture that we have now, we didn't have it back then when I started breeding. Everybody was trying to sell a puppy to somebody. Ever since we started the trend of actually educating the public, okay, our American Bully community, specifically when COVID hit, right? Then people realized we were getting a lot of views and a lot of attention for what we were doing. And now everybody wants to educate. And not only that, Everybody wants to be sponsored too, right? Maybe I should jump off a cliff and see how many people follow me from doing that as well, man. Good talking points. You got it, man. Raul is bringing it raw tonight. Rashid, hold up, man. Hold up, Rashid. I got to give you some love, bro, because
Pues claro que sí, cabrón.
that's how we do it here, man. Welcome on board. Thank you so much, Rashid. Appreciate you, bro. All right, guys. Rashid said, I got both Nuvet and New Joint. Got my first stud pup. Looking forward to the process. A lot of helpful info. Much appreciated. You got it, man. We do lives, Rashid. This is an impromptu live, right? Or last week it was. Now we may start doing this now on a weekly. But definitely we come in live every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central. And now, Rashid, well, you notice, Rashid, you don't have the little sign when you did this because you weren't a member at that time. But check it out, man. Now you have that little circle. Now I know you're a member, so I answer all member questions before we get off the live. So I may answer non-member questions, right, every now and again. But if I'm stuck for time and you're a member, I could care less what you ask. We're going to answer your questions. All right. All right. So Adam Field says becoming a member is well worth $5 a month. You have access to all the videos, so much knowledge to learn. In fact, you also have an additional, I want to say 40 videos that the public does not have access to, but members do. So there's member only videos in there. All right. Just giving you a heads up, man. Shay Tree, happy day when QBN goes live. Shay Tree. What is going on? I knew something was up because I hadn't seen your name up to now. Nothing but love for you. Appreciate you. All right. That Banks, David from Ohio. I would love to be part of your family when your next drop. I guess, Dave, you're trying to ask about puppies. Listen, I just had a person back out. And let me tell you guys this. For those of you that are either new breeders or are starting out, I've only been around for a month or for a year or two. And that is that I don't care what litter it is. Typically, we sell out of litter, right? And then what ends up happening is 2 weeks, 3 weeks prior, people start backing out for whatever reason. Their financial situation changed. Their marriage situation changed. Somebody died. Somebody got sick. You had to move. You got a promotion. Whatever. We understand that things do happen. And so we do have pups available. If you're interested, all you got to do, let me show you this, man, because it's important and it's pretty cool. So you see, you see that little button up there? That's QBN app. You could download it absolutely free in the App Store or the Google Play Store. When you click on there, it's gonna take you to the main screen, right? And then once you're there, you click on breeding and puppies. And check it out, man. Tequila litter is right up there. And it's going to give you whatever information you want to get, whether it's breeding information, 305 Embark or Chanel's Embark. If you click on either one's Embark, and Embark is their genetic test, by the way. Hold on, guys. I got to do my Face ID. Okay, boom. There you go. So there's 305's Embark. You could click on health. He's 100% healthy. By the way, we also have a page in the app. If you want to see any one of our other dogs, if you want to stud a male or anything like that, you could literally go into our dogs and pedigree page. They're all there, right? And all you got to do, say, for example, this boy Macho, you click on him and you're like, hey, man, I really like Macho, but I want to make sure he's clear on his genetic testing, right? Hold on, man. I ain't about to put my secret code out there. So you go there, you click on health, and boom, guess what? Macho. He inherited one variant, CRD4. The reason I'm so surprised is because it was all clear. And I don't know, within the last couple of weeks, it came up. But either way, CRD4 is not one of those things that affects our dogs. For those of you that don't know, CRD4 is retinal atrophy. Usually affects dogs anywhere around 4 years of age, and they start losing sight. However, the majority of the dogs that CRD4 truly affects this are dogs that are more in the Labrador, I want to say the Labrador line, like golden retrievers, Labrador retrievers, and so on. And I forget what other water dogs are out there. But here's the deal. The American Bully is a composite breed, right? So originally it started out with Staffordshire Terriers and Pitbulls, right? And then with time, Bulldogs were brought in. But Labradors being brought in, I'm not going to vouch that they weren't brought in, but I will say I really haven't seen too many American Bullies running around with Labrador traits. So if it was brought in, it's very minimal. And therefore, the CRD4 markers there, but this breed was founded on Terriers and Bulldogs, not Labradors. So even though the markers there, that genetic code that you need in order to have that eye disease has been chopped up by Terriers and Bulldogs, and it doesn't affect our breed. It's that simple, guys. Adam Fields. Pues claro que sí, cabrón. Adam Fields, you know it, bro. Yeah, man. It's Arata saying, what would you say to someone who bought a pup and says they're putting them on Victor and want to bulk up? This is the 13, 14-week pup. Well, look, man, I'm not here to convince anybody to not do something that they just have their mind set to do. But if they come to me and ask me, or they pay for a consult and ask me, I'm going to say, guys, you need to keep your pup at no more than 15% protein until the bones seal. It's that simple. You see, part of the problem is we now live in a society where attention spans are shortening up. We want everything right now, immediately. Here's the deal. Doesn't work that way with dogs. You have a puppy. When they're at 10 weeks, they give you a little snapshot of 70% of what they can be. That other 30% goes up, down, or sideways. Nobody knows, not even me, right? And then what ends up happening is you start it's almost like, and I hate to say it, it's almost like penis envy. Oh, I got this pup. Oh, my neighbor's puppy is a pound heavier than mine, or 5 pounds heavier, or whatever. All of a sudden, you want to start just packing this puppy with all these things. Now, you bought a puppy that didn't have east, west, or high rear. And by the time they're 6 months, you have east, west, and high rear. But now you have even a bigger problem. Remember earlier when I was answering the question and how I said, well, you got to look at mom's pedigree and dad's pedigree. Well, what if you look at both parents' pedigree and both have either a slight east-west, or there's a little bit of a slight east-west on one side, a slight high rear on the other, or it's mixed, right? Now you have compounded the problem because you have made your dog overweight. When a puppy is overweight, I already said high protein is going to weaken the soft tissue. So now that puppy is going to open them paws up and give you east-west because it's trying to redistribute the weight. Not only that, starting to show you a little bit of a high rear. You don't know if it's genetic or if it's dietary at that point. See what I'm saying? So I would never recommend to be feeding a puppy 30% protein. If you haven't watched my video on fixing feet, I suggest you check it out, because I was actually feeding Victor Puppy, and you're going to see, in fact, you know what? Let's go into that video right now. Let me just show you guys what Victor Puppy did for me at that time and what I had to hurry up and do in order to correct this. Now, guys, listen, these videos are there. I'm only going to bring it up because it is an older video. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but nonetheless, these videos are there to show you how to fix things easily and get out of these predictable problems, I like to call them, because I'm already letting you know beforehand that if you turn around and you feed your puppy like that, you're going to end up with a major issue. So here, let me share the screen, and we're going to go both on video and live. Let me make sure my mic is not blocked. There it is. So first of all, just look at that puppy that's closest to me on the camera. Look at that puppy's leg. Okay. You haven't even watched the video, but if you look at this puppy's leg, check it out. You look at this puppy's leg right here. Look at the bend on it. Check it out. A very severe level to a more severe level, to moderate, and to least. Irregardless, I had to act fast. Here's the same female 96 hours later. How did I fix it? You'd be surprised how easy of a fix it is. So I'm going to stop it there. I'm not going to show you guys the whole video, but it is an easy fix. And that puppy that came out there that you saw, that I was showing that had the issue that I fixed in 4 days, 96 hours. Let me show you what she looks like today. All right. Because I want you to look at her feet. All right. More than anything, just look at her feet. Do they look like they crooked? Do they look like they twisting, like they knuckling over, like they're doing any of that stuff? Yeah, it's not. Okay. I fixed it. Okay. And I had to be in the jam so I could figure out how to get out of the jam. And I share with you guys exactly how to fix it. Now, mind you, in that video, that's where I started supplementing on my own, and I didn't have the right amounts, but I was actually supplementing was in these bottles. Now, these bottles have been scientifically formulated to give you the exact amounts, and the results you get are not only faster, but they're also more effective. Shaytree says, absolutely, Nuvet helps with allergies and everything. Wow. Nuvet is amazing. Getting both. Nuvet is amazing. Nuvet improves coat allergies, teeth too. We recommend Nuvet. I saw results in 2 weeks. Sabueso says, I've had a sub for Nuvet for years longer than Raul has been advertising it, and has been amazing for me and my dogs. I'm glad to hear that, Sabueso. I'm glad to hear that, because I'm not, how do I say this? I'm not like giving a secret potion or anything like this. Thing has been around a lot longer than I've been around. You're absolutely right about that. Derek Hall says, I've been using it over a year, fam. It works and it's worth it. Green and blue bottle. Emilio Garcia, Nuvet, new joint is definitely worth it. This is not me saying it, guys. I mean, I am saying it, but they're saying it. Shade Tree, absolutely. We already got that. Big Beach, my chocolate boy was able to correct his Light East West when new joint plus. Tiquan Prater, Slide East West was corrected within a month using both. Did I say that? Oh, no, that's T. T said that. I didn't say that. See what I'm saying? We just keeping it real with you, man. Adam Fields, look, even non-members are letting you know Nuvet works, has been for years. Jimmy and Samantha, my 4-month-old Yorkie is showing improvement in her top line and angulation after only 10 days of Nuvet and getting daily sun. Go ahead and add the new joint DS and then talk to me, man. It's going to blow your brains. I got a question. Shoot, man. Mike Hannigan, salute Rashid. Welcome, bro. What's up, my brother, Milliman? Stop. Let me just say this right now. This dude right here, I got none but love for this guy. This guy right here and his big old bodyguard. He's got this big old bodyguard that walks around and he gets flashbacks from being an offensive tackle. And you're like, hey, bro, why are you putting your hands on? Oh, no, man, I'm just blocking and that kind of stuff. But this cat right here, man, none but love, man. Jay Payton, hey, brother, watching you from New Zealand. Love it, man. Rashid, glad to be here, fam. Tuning in from work. Also, 1, 2, 3 pet bulls. I have a litter coming where one of the parents is papered and the other is pure but not papered. How do you know they're pure? What can I do to make sure the puppies end up in good homes and not spit out CL for bottom dollar? Here's the problem, guys. When you get a non-papered dog, what it usually means to me as a breeder is that you bought a dog from a breeder as pet quality, because no breeder wants to sell a dog with no papers, right? Because a dog with no papers is a $1,500 dog, right? So with papers, now you're looking at $6,000, $7,000 for the pup. Nobody wants to sell the pup that way. But if you bought it from the breeder as pet quality and you dared to breed it with no paper, and now you're running around looking for paper, I hate to say it, 1, 2, 3 pet bulls, and you're probably going to hate what I'm about to tell you, but I got to keep it real with you, man, because I keep it real. You got what's coming to you, bro. You should have never done that. Should have never done it. I would never breed one of my dogs to an unpapered dog. It would never happen. Never. Not once, not twice, not never. So I hate to say that. It sounds to me like maybe you're a new breeder. I've seen this happen to many new breeders. You're going to learn your lesson. Derek Hall, do you think just an overall lack of knowledge is the main thing hurting our breed? Derek Hall, did you read the previous question? Did you read the previous question? Because it seems like you did and you wrote this. I've noticed not everyone wants to learn. That's the problem. You see, and again, 1, 2, 3 pet bulls, I'm not picking on you, okay? But 1, 2, 3 pet bulls, if a month earlier before you did your breeding, you would have asked that question, I would have told you never to do that breeding, right? But you did it anyways. And now you're about to deal with a very serious issue. And that is, first of all, you're not going to get paid, right? You look like a backyard breeder because what are people going to say, right? When you sell dogs with papers, everybody posts a puppy, and then you're able, if you have a good relationship with the buyer, you're able to show how your puppies are looking. You don't want to do that if you got unpapered dogs, bro. And you're not going to get top dollar for them, right? So what ended up happening is you put the carriage in front of the horse. Instead of coming into this platform or any other platform that educates people, you went ahead and did your thing, and now you want me to fix your problem. And honestly, there's no fixing. All right. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to be so cut and dry, but sometimes there's no way I could butter it up, man. It's that simple. Caleb Weddle, Raul, I truly appreciate the shout out. Solid, bro. None but love for you, bro. None but love. If you haven't seen me in your lives too often, I know you send me the invite and whatnot. Man, I'll be honest with you, bro. I have to be at certain places at certain times. And sometimes I just can't make it. It's not a matter of not wanting to. And like I told you before, bro, if you ever want to come on, you already know. All right. Jeremiah says, do returning customers get a QBN family discount? Jeremiah, returning customer gets a QBN family discount, a hat, a beanie. Yeah, and you do get a discount. And you get sometimes, let me show you. Sometimes we have a bag like today. We got a bag over here, right? It's got stuff in there, man. It's what we do. Number below, man, we take care of our own, just same way you take care of us. About to do that now, fan, Dad Banks. You got it. Now, Dad Banks, hey, just a suggestion. Become a member of this channel. It's only $5 a month. The education you're about to get is priceless. That's simple. Shade Tree, I love having the free QBN app. How I knew you went live. Thank you. Jeremiah, keep pups light. 100%. That's it. This was the exact video I was looking for. Told you, bro. And listen, I'm going to tell you now, Rashid. If you go into our main homepage, there's various playlists on there. Now, at some point, I want you to click on the dog business playlist and then bully basics. Excuse me. And this way, you're going to be learning things. You're going to be getting a light, right? Before your puppy, because your puppy, I'm going to guess here, your puppy is not 6 months yet. So don't wait until your puppy's 6 months and you see East-West to now learn about East-West. Learn about East-West right before it, right? Because then you're able to make certain changes that are going to tell you without anybody else telling you, just watching our videos, it's going to tell you whether it's genetic or it's actually dietary and what you can do to fix it. That's simple, bro. Second City, XL Bullies in the house. Shade Tree, QBN channel has helped me. The best pet bull mom I can be. Thank you, Infinity. Thank you, Infinity. Nothing but love, Shade Tree. Kahiki Sakata, what's up, brother? Damn, I remember that video. That was a long time ago. Yeah, man, give us some love, man. Check it out again. Listen, I just had somebody write to me, and he was talking about videos that I had done over 3 years ago. And he was quoting certain things about it. And you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So there's two types of people that usually contact me. There's people that are in a pickle and they realize that West Coast breeder that's selling them at such a high price yeah, he or she is not going to be there for you when the fit hits the shan. Just not going to be there. Then you're going to realize you have a major issue because this little dream you had in your head of having a breeding program is not going to take off because your dogs are doing all these wonky things. Then you go online and then you realize the people that have channels that all they want to do is sell to you or just entertain you and keep you there. Nobody's really educating you, bro. Nobody's really coming out here saying, hey, bro, you need to bring down the protein percentage to 13% and do this, blah, 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 blah. None of that. Even though I've seen a couple of copycats, but they're really not doing that. So my point to you is this, right? Prepare yourself. Those that prepare themselves, right, already have half the battle won. The next step is simply execution. It's as simple as that. If you wait until the fit hits the shan to then raise your hand and ask a question, it's already too late. Look at Pitbull 123 or 123 Pitbull, right? He just bred a paper dog with an unpapered dog, and now he's scratching his head and he doesn't want to get minimum money for the pup and this. Who told you to do that? Oh, nobody did. Oh, I see. Nobody did. Why didn't you seek information? Oh, I didn't know. That's not an excuse. You cross the street right in the middle of the street and you jaywalk and they give you a ticket. You can't tell the cop, oh, I didn't know. It's still a little too late. It's that simple, bro. I started my boy out on Victra High Pro Plus, 0 issues, and his bone is thick. Pause. Huh. Pause. Don't know what that means. All right, Ty. I mean, if it worked for you, great. Didn't work for me. I showed you what it did to me. If you don't believe me, go check the videos out there. There. I mean, I care about my product. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Ty De Leon, can you order from the app? Absolutely. If you go to QBN app, and I'll show you. You go to QBN app, right? Click on there. We had Macho open. Let me go back, right? Okay, so this is the main screen, right? So you scroll all the way down to where it says store. You click on there and order now. Boom. When you click on there, it's going to take you straight into the order. Hold on, guys. There you go. It's going to take you straight into the ordering screen. Make sure to get the green and the blue bottle, Nuvet and New Joint DS. Make sure you have auto ship so you get a 13% discount. Also, when you go through the app, my code should automatically populate, okay? But just in case, if it doesn't for whatever reason, it's 513. Here it is, 513-237. All right, 513-237. And go ahead and place your order. Do they ship to Mexico, Raul? Man. Is Southern California considered Mexico? Listen, I've contacted Nuvet about this. They say they only ship to Canada and the United States. And the reason for that is shipping cost and also mail reliability. So I don't know what to tell you. If you could cross the border, if you could order it to somebody in Cali and just walk across the border, get it and go back, that'd be great. In Serata, I mean, I care about my pups coming out of my kennel and don't know how to tell buyer and not offend. In Serata, I don't know. Be a little bit more specific. I didn't get the full question. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Kahiki says, heck yeah, I've been using Nuvet for 5-6 months for all 6 of my Frenchies and 2 pups. There it is. It's not just American Bully. It's not just an American Bully supplement, guys. Kiku Masga. Are those usually genetic defects exposing themselves, or is it a nutritional deficiency? All right. This is an excellent question, Kiku. Here's the deal. That puppy I showed you, and I changed her diet, her diet completely, and within 4 days it fixed. That's completely nutritional. It's not genetic. If it's genetic, I would have been 4 years trying to fix it, and it would never fix. All right. So this is one of the reasons you could tell if it's genetic or if it's nutritional, right? If you're not feeding your dog Nuvet and New Joint, for example, you got them on Victor Teal bag at 30% protein. They're 6 months old and they're walking around with a high rear and they're east-west, and the parents are clean. More than likely, you have a dietary situation in your hands. Dad Banks, can I breed my pocket bully with a standard or Excel? What would be the best match for her? You can. I can't tell you who would be the best match. I would have to see both dogs and see what you're trying to get from what. You see, Adam Fields, for example, he likes dogs that are very symmetrical, right? Next guy over might like dogs with a big head, and the other guy likes dogs with big shoulders, right? So if I sit here and say, hey, breed for symmetry, and there's two guys that don't agree with me, and Adam is on board with me. If I say breed for a big head, I get the same scenarios. You see where I'm coming from? Yucky225. So when somebody asks to use my dog as a stud, do I ask them to see their female dog papers? Yeah. Would you listen? If you breed to a dog that's got no papers, you are opening yourself to problems. All right. First and foremost, a registry, example, ABKC, UKC, BRC Global. They don't allow you to breed to dogs that are not papered. In fact, it's part of the addendum when you join that registry. It's the fastest way for you to get kicked out, because all they got to do is, this guy sold me a dog with no papers and it's got this, that, and the third, right? ABKC is like, and they're like, okay, mom doesn't have papers, but dad does. Okay, let's go ahead and do a genetic test. We do a genetic test and it comes back that that is the dog's dad. And they're able to prove that you actually bred him to an unpapered female. It might not be a good thing for you, man. I'm just saying. Plus, like the other guy had said, you're not going to get top dollar for that. And honestly, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you have a dog with no papers, don't come ask me. I don't want to help somebody that bought a puppy as pet quality, and that was the contract and the intention under they bought the dog. And then a year later, they changed their mind and they want to breed the dog on the cheap. No, go back to that breeder and pay that breeder as if though you bought that dog for breed quality. Don't come back here and try to get me to give you a way to shortcut that breeder. All right. That's part of the problem we have with this community, is the lack of ethics. All right, man. Let me get off my soapbox, man. General Maya's over here cracking up on me. Catch Guard TV, any special diet for older dogs other than Nuvet? Special diet? Okay, so I understand that older dogs cannot have too high of caloric density foods, right? So the older a dog gets, you don't want to keep them like super skinny, but keeping them light, just like a puppy as they're making their way up, is probably a great idea, my friend. What do you think of other registrations clubs other than the UKC or ABKC? Resmen's Land. Oh man, you're opening up a can of worms. All right. First of all, I treat registries like a business that they are. So let me give you an example. You asked about the UKC. I feel like the UKC truly doesn't respect our breed. They haven't updated their breed standards, and the type of dogs they have in the ring over there that they like, that they will grand champ and all that good stuff, are dogs that are more terrier than they are bulldog. Okay, so if you have a dog that looks more pitty, they love that. That's not the American Bully standard. So I feel that the UKC has maybe either a lack of respect for our breed or a lack of interest for whatever reason. Either way, they're not giving our breed, I feel, the attention that they should. But there's also a contributing factor to this. And the contributing factor is the American Bully doesn't have a breed club, right? So these registries don't have any oversight, right? There's no checks and balances. There's not an authority above them that says American Bullies at minimum have to have X, Y, Z. No, they just, this is our version of an American Bully, and that's what it is, right? There's no oversight. There's no one there to question them or anything like that. BRC Global, I like the fact that they allowed Merles in. At the time, I didn't. Looking back now, I do. Okay, because I feel that BRC Global taking the step and allowing Merles to come in and show And then afterwards, the ABKC reversing and allowing Merles to come in but not show. And I've already told you what I thought about that. I think within the next 5 or 10 years, Merles are going to be allowed to walk and do whatever inside the ring. I think it revealed the ABKC's intentions, right? And we know that there's a business side to this. I'm not taking a shot at the ABKC, but these registries, they work on business. Have you been able to register a dog for free? Yeah, they won't do that because they're a business. So I feel the ABKC got spooked that BRC Global was going to corner the Merle market, and they had to. It kind of forced them to kind of change their stance a little bit. I like USBR a lot. I see a lot of ABKC judges and people that are around the ABKC over at with the USBR. There's one other one that's really new. The name slips my mind. Really don't know much about it. I did go earlier last year, not earlier, but around summertime, around June. I went to Ireland under God, I forgot the name of that registry. My apologies. But the reason I probably don't even remember them at this point is because they threw my host under the bus. And I had never seen a registry embarrass a host the way they did. And so if their name comes to my mind, I'll throw it out there because that's what I believe. I believe they're not a good registry. Catch Guard TV, any special we hit that. Proactive versus reactive. That's it, man. That's it. You got a bunch of, for me, reactive is lazy and proactive is a go-getter. Bottom line. Situations do arise, Adam. Jimmy Samantha, I got both Nuvet and New Joint DS. I put all my dogs on both. Puppy showed most improvements so far. It's the only treat all my dogs will eat. 3-pound Yorkie to 140-pound Barnese Mountain Dog. Life changer. Wow, man. Jimmy, appreciate you, man. Thanks for chiming in, letting us know the type of dogs you got. And also, man, I want to thank you for being a member, man. Number love for you. Derek Calls over here cracking up. Adam Fields, the app link is in the description of the video. You got it, man. Yeah, you could just go down to the description of this video and the link is there. Click on it. It's going to take you straight to be able to order. My guy, number love, man. Quick Dogos. I breed Dogos in your videos. And your videos and lives have done so much for my program. You just don't understand. Quiptown Dogo, man. Let me tell you something, bro. That just fills me up, bro. It fills me up because I feel that breeders, we got it all wrong, unfortunately, man. And it's more of just human tendencies, if you will. What I mean by that is I feel that breeders and breeding is one of those things you need to pass down. It's kind of like a legacy thing, right? So Quiptown, me hearing that my work and the stuff that I do, that I love to do and share with you guys, to know that this stuff is actually helping you and helping your program, to me, it just, you have no idea what it does for me, man. So I appreciate your comment. Thank you so much. So the Nuvet Plus and Nuvet wafers. Yes. Shade Tree cracking up over here too. Hey, what's update on food value pack for health sports mix? Yeah, you see, this is one of the people I'm talking about, man. And Monty Do, I'm sorry, but I'll have to use you as an example, my friend. You're not a member to the channel. Never seen you before. You want me to stop my world and give you feedback on this particular kibble, yet I have videos that talk about this. So I'm sorry to do this, bro, but I'm going to skip your question. Dad Banks, can I breed my pocket bully with a standard or XL? And what can be the best look for the puppy? I'm new breeder. So I really don't know what to find out before I breed her. I can breed my pocket bully with a standard XL. Okay, so Dad Banks, this is the best advice I can give you. Whatever registry your dogs are registered under, whether it's UKC, ABKC, BRC Global, blah, blah, blah. Go in there and look at the breed standards. Read them. Know them. Know where the stop needs to be. Know where the underjaw needs to be at, or how long the muzzle needs to be. Look at the top line. Look at the rear angulation. In fact, here you go. Let me go ahead and bring this up here. Booyah. There it is, right? So I forgot I had this here. So this is the ABKC breed standard, right? So look at the forehead, look at the positioning in it, look at the stop, look at the muzzle, look at the underjaw, right? Look where the chest level is in comparison to the elbow. Look at over here. Well, right here. Look at the stifle, which is going to tell you rear angulation. Look at the position. I'm sorry, guys. I got to go backwards. Look at the position of the hawk. The hawk's back here. Look at the position of the hawk. If the hawk is leaning forward or is leaning back, that's going to give you a lot of information as to what's happening over here in the stifle. Look at the top line, guys. Look at that top line, and look at how at the very end of the croup, it comes down, right? This is what we should all be breeding for. And that is, once you understand this, then you're able to truly look at your dog and realize what it lacks. And then based on what it lacks, you find a way, you find a dog that's got more of the traits that you're trying to bring in that assimilates that, guys. The UKC would love Judah. And Finn, thought on Ruby Bloodline shows snow. I'm sorry, didn't understand the question. Kiku, guys, I got to speed up here. Reference to kibble, do you suggest people give less kibble since it tends to expand in their gut? But let's say it's around 30% protein. Would it still lead to nutritional deficiencies for all ages? Kiku, I believe so. This is why I don't feed kibble. I feed raw. I mean, just look at our videos, bro. Look, I mean, we have a video out there that shows you, for example, the best dog food out there. And here's the crazy part. It's less than half the cost for kibble. Yet here, I'm trying to catch up here so I can show you guys the video. So here, let me show you guys this little piece of the video so you can see what I'm talking about, Kiku. And this is the type of stuff you need to be watching, you need to be sharing with your friends, and you need to be commenting on. All right, check it out. So, where's my video? There it is. All right, so check it out. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab a cup of white rice. We're going to go ahead and drop it in there. And then we're going to go ahead and drop 3 cups of water. It doesn't get easier than this, bro. Right? Next up, we're going to add a spoonful of organic cold-pressed coconut oil. Right? So I'm showing you guys, man. I'm showing you guys step by step how to do it. I'm not going to sit here and show the whole thing, but I do want to show this part, Kiku, because this is the part that you guys have missing, in particular when you're feeding kibble. Check it out. A lot of times people come out here and they
keep
feed
in mind as we're removing the
their
bones.
dogs. And you should never feed
just throw these bones
cooked
out.
bones to dogs.
But now that we
right?
have the food processor,
but
or the
check
meat
out what
grinder,
we do, man.
We're gonna go ahead and
Let me
put
speed
these
up.
bones-
So this is what we do with bones. We bought this little
that?
$50 food processor,
Process it.
right?
$50 came out of 56 with taxes. I bought
There
it.
you go, 56 bucks.
I bought it on Ace Hardware. The bone ever gets stuck, you just go backwards.
Now that bone was giving me a little bit of a hard time, so
Don't
don't
mushing it. Honestly, guys.
Yeah.
You know,
check it out.
this is real simple.
When
to
I finally
use
get the bone in there,
in order
it's-
to be able
it's
to
gonna
mush.
happen,
This one
like,
bone's
right
gonna
around
be
there.
all the time, but
you got to realize I have an electric
there you go.
grinder and I got this
That's
manual.
going in there.
Look how it comes out on the other end.
Straight bone.
That's
You're seeing
bone.
coming out on this end.
Straight
over
bone
here.
and bone marrow,
That's
cartilage,
dog nutrition
and
bone.
ligaments and everything else in
you
between
go.
that's hanging on that bone. Right?
Put another bone in there. Literally, your grandma.
Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys how it looks like when you do it fast. Check it out. That right there is dog gold. You feed that to puppies. All right, that right there, that's gold for puppies right there, man. Right? Because puppies need calcium, they need phosphorus, they need these minerals. Check it
There
out.
you have it.
You know
That's
how
that
soft
bone
that
and
is?
bone marrow.
That's
We
as
go ahead
soft
and add it,
as
and we
ground
also
beef.
go ahead and mix it.
There it is. All right, I'm not going to show you the whole video. You guys could go ahead and click and watch it, but half of the questions that you guys are asking, you truly are missing out on watching these vids, man. Yeah, ICBR, Derek Hall, thanks for reminding me, bro. ICBR, that was the registry that I actually judged under when I went to Ireland. What shows are you playing? Man, listen, Rashid, look, we make videos, we do lives. I'm currently whelping pups. I'm now preparing 4 litters coming up. We'll be announcing what the breeding pairs are and all that. Bruh, honestly, I ain't got time. I literally was up till 6 in the morning today, all night, recording for the next video. I would love to actually make it out there. When you least expect it, I'll make it out to one, but right now, man, I'm behind the power curve. Brayman Bull Bullies, hate I came in late. Do you do a live every Thursday as well as Sundays? Brayman, I don't know, man. It comes down to the support. It comes down to the little numbers I get up here. If I see people are interested and are coming and they're talking and you know you guys are sharing us and you're involved like we do on Sundays, then yeah, you'll know next week. I want to do it every Thursday, but I don't know 100% if we can. Adam Fields, Quiptown Doggos depends on the breed. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and do it next Thursday. Make sure to be here. Give me that support. Show me those numbers. You show me that. We could do it a permanent thing. G-Line. Damn, G-Line. Haven't seen you in a long time. What up, what up, what up? Long time, man. Nothing but love, bro. KLT. Thanks for keeping it 100. New breeders must know the breed standard of what dogs being bred. KLT. That's how we roll, man. Straight up. Adam Fields, this one is worth a rewatch. Absolutely. Watch your videos all the time. Appreciate it, brother. Foods changed my food. Just had recall. Only reason I asked. Monty Do, here's the deal. We can't baby new breeders, right? And I don't know the intentions of people that just show up on this platform that are not members or haven't been around and just show up and ask a question. So I'm sorry I made maybe somewhat of an example out of you, but the fact of the matter is you're doing one right thing, and that is you're asking questions. Another reason I don't believe in kibble is because they always get recalled. I mean, you notice that. Now, it may take years before it happens, but it always does. And then when you really dig and find out why the recalls happen, it's always about money. It's always about using a cheaper facility and cheaper this and cheaper that. So at the end of the day, you're giving your hard-earned money to a company that wants to give your dog the cheapest nutrition it could give it so it can maximize their profit. Bruh, you go down to Kmart, you buy yourself a 10-pound bag for $5.72. You're getting meat. You're getting bone. You're getting bone marrow. You're getting cartilage, ligaments. You're getting tendons. You're getting chicken. I mean, you're getting everything there. All you got to do is buy yourself a $56 manual grinder. Grind that food for your dog. Stop being such a lazy ass. I'm not talking about you in particular, Monty Do. I'm just in general. Don't be lazy. Go ahead and crank it up. That may be the exercise you get for the day. And guess what? Your dog's going to be fed better than anything that's out there. I could care less what it is. Straight up. I just registered one of my pups with XLBC. That was the registry I didn't remember, as they are going to start having shows. Yeah, that's one of the newer registries I've heard about. Isaac Green, man, this is the video right here. This is the easiest recipe ever. Bro, not only is it an easy recipe, it is an effective recipe. In fact, I have other recipes coming as well. So stay tuned for that. I brought that same I bought that same grinder, I believe, because of you, Debo52. All right, Debo, if you bought that grinder, do me a favor, because I ain't going to let you off that easy. I want you to let me know. How's it worked out for you? How's it going? Let me know. G-Line, I've transitioned to more raw. Really? How's it going, G-Line? Now that you're transitioning to more raw, are you seeing less allergies? Are you seeing better coats, better weight management? Talk to me. Second City Excels. Can't wait for the breeding announcement. Oh, man. Let me put it this way, guys. I'm thinking about actually bringing in nothing but grand champions this time around. I'm not going to announce it today because I haven't even done the art for the 4 breedings. But when I tell you this is going to be mega for us, for my yard, I'm not hyping it up for no reason, bro. Straight up. Hit that like button, man. Give us a like, share, subscribe. Tell your neighbor, tell your friend. You know, mom's over there. She keeps feeding kibble to your dog. Buy her that grinder. You know, buy her a bag of $5.72 chicken quarters. And then go ahead and click the video on and let her watch it. Watch what's going to happen. Mr. Rotha says, I really am looking forward to seeing your upcoming breedings too. Yeah, I'm excited about them. I'm really excited about it. The way we're going to set them up, it fits. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have a glove that fits almost all the way and it's a little uncomfortable, but it works. But these breedings, I really like what I'm seeing. DC Wade, I understand you don't deal with the kibble, but what's your take on soft dog food? And I've noticed that Bully Max has never been recalled. Neither has Nuvet. Not only that, it's food grade, human food grade. If you know anything about dog snacks, dog treats, anything like that, you know that they have a very long shelf life. In order to be able to have that, they must cook the food that they're putting at very high temperatures and get all the moisture out of there. So what ends up happening is you start denaturing proteins, right? Vitamin C don't look like vitamin C anymore, but you get to put vitamin C on the label because that's what you threw in there, right? But after you cooked it, it's no longer as bioavailable, right, as it once was. Whereas human food grade, that's top of the line. It doesn't get any better than that. This is cold pressed, not cooked, cold pressed. So your dog could take the best advantage of the vitamins, glucosamine, and everything else they got in there. This is why so many people you saw earlier talking about Nuvet, New Joint, and how fast it fixed their dog's issues. Because you've been feeding this crap kibble. I could care less what it is. Oregon, I could care less what it is. All right? If it's kibble, it had to be processed in a particular way that is really not conducive for dogs, right? It's that simple. Kahiki, I'm good with the afternoon, evening lives. It's the Sunday lives that kill me here in Hawaii. It's 5 a.m. When the live starts, but it's all good. I normally watch the show throughout the day. Yeah, man. When I was in the military in Hawaii, I used to have the same issue. And sometimes when the time changed, it would go from, from 5 hours to 6 hours time difference. So real crazy, man. Righteous brother, I'm interested and fascinated with the nutritional aspects of feeding dogs because I do own game working dogs, and nutrition is big to development aside from environment and genetics. Yeah, absolutely, man. It has been proven that the nutrition you're giving your dogs also affects their behavior. You don't believe me? Check this out. And I don't say do this because it's a bad thing, but if you're already doing it, just prove it to yourself, right? So it has been proven that corn. Now let's break it down. Corn, when you look at it from a nutritional standpoint, is very high in carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is the sugar. Dogs are strict carnivores, right? They only got 7 feet of intestine, whereas you and I have 30 feet of intestines, right? So we're able to eat little plants, this, that, and the third. Dogs may eat some grass, plants, and whatever, but at the end of the day, it comes right in, goes right back out because they're more carnivores than there are anything else. I said all that to say this. Dogs process sugar completely different than humans do, right? So let me give you an example. Say you were going to bake bread and you got yeast dough, right? Uncooked. Now, no human in the right mind is going to eat uncooked yeast dough. But if you did eat it, at worst, you might just get a little bit of a bellyache, and that's about it. You give that to a dog, and it's the equivalent of a man drinking 8 beers. Going to be drunk, the dog's going to be stumbling around, and it's got to do with the fact that that yeast dough, that carbohydrate, simple carbohydrate, is being processed differently inside of the dog than it does with us. So their effect is that of being drunk, right? And corn actually makes dogs more hyper, right? So that's one of the reasons a lot of trainers that I've spoken to, they brought it up to me and told me, oh, no, the first thing we do is make sure there's no corn. Wheat and soy, they don't want it in there either, but that's for other reasons. But corn in particular has shown that the dog's behaviors are different. So check out our videos, knock yourself out, become a channel member for as little as $5 a month. We got the link below in descriptions. We can have this discussion every single week, 10 a.m. Sunday Central Time. And who knows, we might just get this started every Thursday again. All right. I got the grinder, but don't use it. Honestly, I just give the whole thing. Still working. Dang it, man. Hey, tenemos un dominicano aquí. Stone Boogie 809. What's up, man? What's up, fam? Saludos desde Arizona. I got a grinder for Christmas. I'm going to try your crock pot recipe and then grind it. I get the beef ground at Butcher. They have heavier duty grinders. That's fair. Hey, ask your butchers if they're able to grind the bone for you. Beef bone, any bone, right? Whenever I use my electric grinder for the chicken bones, for example, it leaves it like fine sand. And that could be fed to a dog, especially when it's raw. That's when it's most bioavailable for the dog. Terrence Grimsby says, yo, bring it in. All grand champ for the yard is a new beginning and a good look for the future. Yeah, these two grand champions, man. I think you guys are going to be not just pleasantly surprised, but I think you guys are going to want in on this. I'm pretty sure. Jeremiah says, wait, what did I miss? Breeding coming. Yeah, we got 4 breedings coming. I haven't made the announcement yet. I'm going to prep everything. Today's Thursday. Sunday at 10 a.m. when I go live, we'll show the breedings that are coming. G-Line says, I see a total. I take it back. It may not be the Sunday that I announce it. I might have to wait another week because I have to contact the stud owner. I already have a deposit for one breeding. I want to make sure he's available for the second one. So I don't want to announce it, and then the guy tell me, oh, I had another breeding or something. I see a total improvement all around with the raw diet. I still use kibble, but very little kibble, but it's grain-free. Be careful with that stuff, man. Let's go, champs, all around. Rick Libre, Big Raul, choosing puppies is a difficult task. But what are your opinions about bringing in an adult dog 2 years into your program? Well, Rick, you're asking me about my program. Here's the deal. In my program, I have an alpha bitch, right? Cadabra. She runs the show, man. Let me bring her up here. Where you at, Cadabra? Where you at, baby? Here she is. All right. So this is my alpha bitch, man. And if you haven't seen my videos, if you've seen my videos, you know exactly who Cadabra is. So I don't have a problem bringing any dog into my yard because they're going to get checked by Cadabra. And Cadabra has a host of beta females that are going to back her up on whatever she does. I mean, I even have shorts out there showing how Cadabra punks 305 because 305 is not a true alpha. He's a beta, right? So bringing an adult dog to my yard, it wouldn't be an issue. Now, if you're a new breeder and you're bringing a 2-year-old, I would be very, very adamant about my pack dynamic, if I have one, and what that 2-year-old can bring. Now, a 2-year-old dog can offer something to your yard, which is a level of maturity, and also if it behaves well, the other dogs will emulate its behavior if they see it as an alpha, right? But if the dog actually has bad behaviors or bad habits, then you may have a problem in your head. Sold my first litter. The dream for me is coming along. God bless you, man. None but love for you. What is the filler in B-Max? I believe it's called crystalline salicylate, something like that. If you look it up, in fact, I got contacted by Bully Max about 3 months ago when I made the video and spoke about that. And their lawyers weren't happy that I let the world know that this ingredient is right there on the package, right? But I'm going to let you guys go and look it up. I don't want to get involved with that because they threatened me with a lawsuit. And even though I may not be wrong and I may be right, they may end up, they're too big of a company for me to just take on myself, all by myself. So just keeping it real with you guys. Okay, I get it. Thanks. That's DC Wade. Derek Hall says sawdust, fam. Somebody said it, not me, but he said sawdust. Just keeping it real with you. Yes, sir. Name some studs, Goliath says. I'm not. I want to confirm first. I got one of the studs already paid fully for the studdings and everything, so it's just a matter of me picking up the phone and it's there. The other one, I only paid for that one studding. I have a deposit on one studding. I haven't told them yet that I want a second one. I will contact him. We'll have that conversation. If it's all good to go, then we'll make the announcement. Okay. I don't know why anybody feeds kibble, especially after getting all this knowledge you've shared with us. If you want more life with your dogs, pups, feed raw. Appreciate you, Raw 100. V Bullies, nothing but love, man. V Bullies, in all fairness, some people can't feed raw. They just don't have the time. They're working 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and it's kind of hard for them to run it. I could kind of sort of understand that. Honestly, man, buy yourself a $56 manual grinder. Buy yourself a 10-pound bag for $5.72. You can't beat it. Grind away and have it ready for your dogs. I mean, that's just me. I feed raw and kibble together, but a lot of times they only eat the meat and leave the kibble. Good for your dogs. Adam feels corn and white rice are the worst fillers for dogs and us. Actually, I use white rice, Adam feels, but I use it more than anything, and that's white rice, sweet potato, and potatoes. I use it as a protein regulator, like I said earlier, in order to bring the protein content down. But corn, I've never used, man. Hey, from Nebraska, Julie Jones. Love the name. JJ. Damian Voss. Me and my wife are grateful as well. The information you have provided has helped us tremendously. We started with bullies, but after spending time with Daryl Thrower, we went to the band dog. Woohoo! There you go, man. Hey, how's it coming along? How do you like band dogs? Jimmy and Samantha. Let me bring this down a little bit. Jimmy and Samantha, why not try some reverse psychology with your buyer? Maybe something like, if you rush building muscle now, it will minimize their gains long-term. Be patient and follow these steps. Jimmy, here's the thing, man. It's a culture, and each breed has a different culture. If you look at our dogs, I mean, the American Bully is a dog, whether you agree with it or not, is a dog that can be compact, that can be muscular, that, can be thick-boned. Check it out, man. This was Fireball before Nuvet. This is Fireball on Nuvet. Before and then after. See that? But my point is, our dogs are muscular, and they're usually compact and that sort of thing. So what ends up happening, as you can imagine, there's stiff competition. People want to show off their dog. Like I said, penis envy, but with dogs, right? Oh, my dog is bigger than yours, and my dog, and they're killing the puppy, and they don't know, they don't care, they don't want to get informed. Usually the way it works is they'll buy a dog. This is how it usually works, guys. It's sad to say. They arrive on the scene, they arrive in the community, and then their little brain starts going off. Wow, you got 10 puppies at $5,000. That's $50,000. You could breed her twice. That's $100,000 a year. You buy 4 females. That's $400,000 a year. This is the math that they're building in their head. They're not thinking C-section. They're not thinking puppies died, mom died. You can't breed her. She has pyometria. No, none of that. Why even think about that, right? Some of them are not even thinking about papers, right? Oh, I'll buy that on paper dog and then breed it. And then guess what? After you breed it, you find out nobody wants to pay you more than $1,000. Now the fit hits the shan. You try calling that backyard breeder that sold you that dog with no papers, and he doesn't answer. You called that other one out there in California that she sold you a $10,000 dog, and she doesn't answer. So you call the one person that's going to answer his phone, and that's me. And you want me to sit here and give you information absolutely for free and be on the phone ready for your call whenever you're ready. And that's not going to happen. If you didn't buy from me, we're going to charge you $100, $150, $200, depending on the time for us to do a consult. All right. You have no idea how many times I've been called at 3 a.m. A guy, a female's giving birth, and it's the first time they've had a dog giving birth, and they want me to sit there with them step by step. Like, you're not a member of my channel. You didn't buy from me. We've never spoken. I don't know who you are, but I'm supposed to be here available for you at 3 a.m. whenever you're ready. Do me a favor. Go call that lady over there that sold your dog for $10,000 and tell her to assist you on, how to birth pups. That's what I tell them. I mean, straight up, man. People in this community, they don't care what you got to say unless it's what they want to hear. If you tell them what they want to hear, bro, they look like seals clapping, man. Oh, yeah. When you don't tell them what they want to hear, you're the ass. You're the asshole. Oh, I want to get away from him. Oh, yeah, he treated me like crap, blah, blah, blah. Treat you like crap. There's not one human being here that's not going to treat somebody like crap unless that person was treating them like crap to begin with. A lot of times when you're in my position, people want to use me and use my knowledge for their benefit at no cost. And that's not going to happen. All right. Just keeping it real with you, man. Keeping it real with you. If you don't want to pay, that's great. Do me a favor. Don't call. And then that's fair. I sleep throughout my night. You don't pay. And we're both happy. Oh, you want to call? Yeah, you going to pay. That's just how it's going to work. Now, I mean, it just is what it is. Enserata, why not try? Okay, we said that. Dog's hips are lightly clicking, cracking, 7-month-old. Not good, bro. Go to your vet. Jeremiah, don't have to name the studs, but what attributes do you look for? Bro, this one dog, I'll tell you this much. Both males. I mean, they're grand champions. Their breed type is here. I'll show you a silhouette of pretty much both, but you can pick which one. All right, so here's the silhouette. You ready? Wait. Nah, you're not gonna get off that easy. If you want me to show the silhouette of the stud, I need to see 15 shares in the next minute. So stop what you're doing. Go share this content. Come back, and I'm going to give you a silhouette of what the stud I'm going to be using, what he's going to look like. All right. Derek Hall says he works 8, 10, 12 hours a day and feeds raw. Anyone can do it, guys. Love it, man. Jeremiah, don't have to name the studs. I already said that. Much love, South Africa. Number love, man. Natural Rices. QBN for the win. 30K dogs or better, or don't DM. Woo! Man. All right. Do you have a recommendation for a raw dog food company? No. Why would I recommend you a company when you could buy? Listen, and I just got contacted by some raw dog food company that's sponsoring some other creator here in our niche and whatnot. I hate to shoot it down. But here's the reason I'm going to shoot it down. It's nothing but meat and organ meats. That's it. There's no bone in there. Zero bone. They didn't buy a grinder to grind a bone and put it in there. And guess what puppies need? And guess what dogs need? Because they're carnivores. Whenever gray wolves hunt a deer, guess what? They just don't eat the meat. They eat everything, including the bone and the bone marrow. I've sat here and said it 100 times. Liver and bone marrow are usually the alpha dogs are the first ones to get to eating the bone marrow and eating the liver. Okay, because that right there, if you know anything about dogs, it's nutritional gold. All right. Again, why would you want to pay $50 for a ball of meat like this when I can buy a 10-pound bag of chicken quarters that has meat? It's got fat. So these are major nutrients, especially for a carnivore. It's got bone, it's got tendons, it's got ligaments, it's got joints. I mean, it's got everything you need. Everything a dog needs is right there. All you got to do is grind it and give it to them. And if they're over 5.5 months and they have the second set of teeth and they're able to break bone, you don't even have to grind it. You can just give it to them. I could feed a 100-pound dog on these $5.72 bags that I'm able to get at Walmart. All right. I'm able to feed them for about $60 a month. You can't beat it. Can't. You're not going to find anything better, and you're not going to find a better price. So if you haven't watched my video, and the title of the video is Best Dog Food, or American Bully Best Dog Food Recipe Secrets Unveiled. If you haven't watched that video, I strongly suggest you go and check it out, man, because I can't make it any easier for you. I really can't. And if you don't feed that to your dog and your dog ends up with some sort of issue, that's on you, man. That's simple. Ramalin Rolona, hi from Manila. I have both Dam and Sire American Bully Nubian breeding, but love more ideas from you guys outside from our country. Nothing but love. Thank you so much. I've been to the Philippines, by the way, when I was in the military. And that's when I tried for the first time balut. Oh, man, that was a first and last. I'll tell you that. But I love it over there. Great country. Second City XL Bullies. Just curious if you give your dogs their chicken quarters frozen or just cold, man. Why would you give it frozen? It's a good question, actually. It's a good question. I just remembered. I give my dogs fish frozen. And that's how you're able to keep from the bones, sticking and all like that. But you got to freeze it completely. Fish is the only thing I would feed my dogs frozen. And it's certain type of fish, like saltwater fish. Like I wouldn't feed a salmon all raw to my dog. There's a particular parasite in there that can actually kill them. House of McClure Outlaw Kennels, thanks for the shout out. Since no one knows me, I had to lower my prices, but I was able to pick and choose the homes they went to. Good stuff, man. Listen, that's the part of breeding that I'm talking about, man. You guys would be surprised. I get contacted by a lot of people that are trying to get my pups. First thing I want to do is check out your social media, right? I do. I want to get a feel for you. I want to get a feel for you. I want to get a feel to know where my dog's going. If I go into your social media and I see a dog standing in dirt with a chain tied to a tree, I'll never sell you a dog. And I hope more and more breeders actually do this and exercise it. These dogs, they're beings. They love loving and they love getting love. And, if the dog's not going to be part of someone's family, I don't want to put it in your yard. I don't. Hey guys, I want to get about from you. Okay, thank you. I've been getting sawdust from my butcher and making meatballs. My bulls love it. Jeremiah, I shared 5 times less. Go everyone. All right, man. I see the shares, and here is the silhouette to one of the studs I'm using. Booyah! There it is. There it is. Look at that breed type. Guys, when I tell you these grand champions look like this right here, you're about to find out. You're about to find out. I'm just keeping it real with you, man. Keeping it real with you. Speaking of the chicken quarters from Walmart, they actually went up to $8.72 up here in Massachusetts. Yeah, but everything is more expensive in Massachusetts. Such a tiny state, you could just drive down a couple of states and, buy 10 bags or so and make it worth it. I'm just saying. Debo says, I've watched that video and I will watch it again. Thank you. Much respect. Number love, man. Thank you. Thanks. You got it. I'm doing that too. I'm gonna read it like you write it so you guys can see how hard it is. I'm do that. Go to Walmart, get the chicken, best thing I did, and give him Nuvet. There you go. Goliath is cracking up. Grigsby, I can't put that up here. Oh, whoops, my finger slipped. Yeah. That's why we went with the band dog, because money wasn't the motivation. It was for overall dogs. Damian Voss, I can't dispute that. To say that the American Bully community is not driven by money would be a straight lie. I would say a very high percentage of people are. Can we guess? Derek Hall is over here cracking up. You can guess all you want. I'm not confirming anything. They are $10 here in Illinois. I still think at $10, that's a pound. That's a pound of chicken with bone, cartilage, skin, blah, 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 all that stuff already wrapped up in there, nice and raw, as fresh as you're going to get, right? And all you got to do is grind it and give it to your dog. It's better than anything else you're going to buy out there. Oh, you rather buy kibble because it makes your life that much easier? Go for it. Go for it. It's all good. My bad. Shade Tree over here cracking up. But listen, guys, it's been a good Thursday. Let's go ahead and do it next Thursday. I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced that you guys want me to be coming on live every single Thursday, and that's fine. You know, I'm just testing it out. But if we get more people next Thursday, so invite a friend, make sure to share and that sort of thing. If we do it next Thursday and we get more people, we might make it a staple. And you'll know you got Thursday and you got Sunday. We do that every single Sunday at 10 a.m. Guys, listen up. We're about to drop a super fire video next week. Make sure to give us support. It's been Raul from the Q, catching you on the next one.